Hello everyone, so this is Disha here and I welcome you all to my channel Knowledge Hub where you can all learn and lead everywhere. Now today we are going to see an interesting topic, that is mass spectroscopy. So basically what is mass spectroscopy? When we heard this word comes into our mind. So it is an analytical technique that measures the m by z, that is mass to charge ratio of the molecules using a mass analyzer and producing a mass spectrum for the same. Now there are some basic instrumentation of it. So there is an ionization chamber. So when the beam of electron is bombarded with vaporized gases as a sample, so they knocks out one or more than one electrons to give a positive ion. Now there are acceleration slits of different potential. So all the molecules are getting accelerated to gain same kinetic energy here. Then comes deflection. So there is a magnetic field. So when the ions are crossing this magnetic field, so they get deflects according to their masses. So in which the heavier ions will deflect less and the lighter ions will deflect more. Then next come detection and the analysis. So there is a detector which will detect the number of ions and it will produce a current which is proportional to the number of ions, and that is recorded by a recorder. Now let us have a look to this diagram. So this is a diagram of mass spectroscopy. So first step is to inject our sample, which we can inject through this sample injector. Now the sample can be vaporized externally, or if it is a non-volatile liquid or solid, we can inject it directly, which can get vaporized into the ionization chamber, and that will convert the gaseous ions into the ions. So when the beam of electrons is bombarded from here with the vaporized gaseous samples, so it will knock out one or two electrons as we seen previously, and that is focused in the form of beam through these accelerated slits. So the series of accelerating slits is varying on different potential. So when the beam of ions crosses this magnetic field, so they deflect based on their mass to charge ratio. So as I told that the heavier ions will deflect less and the lighter ions will deflect more, and the separation of them occurs. Now there is a detector which will detect the number of ions and it will be producing a current proportional to the number of ions, which is recorded by a recorder. Now applications of mass spectroscopy. So in analytical chemistry, it can be used for the qualitative analysis. In pharmaceuticals, it is employed in drug discovery. In environmental analysis, we can detect the pollutants from the environmental sample with the help of mass spectroscopy. In forensic science, again it is used to find out the drug or the other compounds for the purpose of forensic investigations. In petroleum industry, it is used to analyze the petroleum product and the composition of the crude oil. In food and beverage industry, it is used to study the flavor compounds. Now next is advantages. So quick and quantitative analysis can be done, in which the amount of each compound in a sample is measured. Next is it is highly having specificity, so it can differentiate between compounds with similar masses. It is highly reproducible and having high sensitivity, so mass spectra can detect even the trace amounts of compounds at very lower concentration. Now next is disadvantages. So sample preparation may be a problem because it may be time consuming or it may require some additional steps into it. Then matrix effect, so there could be an interference from sample matrix which will affect the accuracy and precision. And another important thing, that it is very costly. So this is all about mass spectroscopy. If you all like the video, then please do like, share and subscribe.